So did it really happen? Did it really happen? Did they really actually kick the flower girl out of the wedding? If you didn't hear this last week, this should be interesting.
Yeah, this has irked me and got underneath my skin more than any story that we have done recently. So a Bert Show listener hit us up. She's the Maid of Honor, and the bride came to her with a ridiculous request.
Bless you. You've been fighting this thing for a couple days, huh?
I'm sick, and so is Jimmy. It's awesome.
Yeah, Kristen is doing the show from her house today. The engineering sounds awesome. Sounds like you're right here. What do you got, that mucky cold thing I had last week?
So I don't know if it's what you had. It's something Jimmy got at preschool, and then he gave it to me. And like, kid germs are just the worst. And there's nothing. And it's just a lot of snot.
Yeah,
we're just swimming in snot over here, you guys.
I don't know if I was ever sicker than the first year that my kid was in school.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it felt like I was fighting something every single week.
It's a thing, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very much so. All right. So, yeah, the bride made a request of the Maid of Honor. Actually, not a request, a demand. You need to kick the flower girl out of the wedding. So this is her sister's daughter. And she was cute at 4, according to the bride. But at 6, no longer cute enough to be in the wedding. She wants one of her friend's kids to be in the wedding instead because she's all worried about the perfect wedding and the aesthetics.
Now, the first time you guys read this email, I wasn't here. Did she literally say that? Like
Yes.
at 4 years
Yes.
old, she looked one way. And she literally said at 6 years old, she's not nearly as too cute to be the flower girl. Mm-hmm. What?
She really said that, literally.
Really?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so we were all like, absolutely not. Like, this is one, so ridiculous of her to make this demand, and 2, don't do it. And if she kicks you out of the wedding, so what? Who wants to be in a wedding like that?
Right.
But she does love her. I'm sure she has other redeeming qualities. Okay,
She loves her on the inside. She's probably very sweet. She's just aesthetically not what she wants for her wedding.
But she also thought part of her thought it's probably better for this little girl not to even be in the wedding if the bride is thinking this. So
She shouldn't even be in a family if the bride is thinking.
Yeah, she's not good looking enough to be in that family. Yeah.
So she actually sent the Maid of Honor her sister's number so she can talk to her sister, because obviously she's not going to tell the little girl. She has to tell the mother of the little girl she can't be in the wedding. And that there's other assignments that she had been giving. Anyway, she said, I cannot imagine how angry her sister would be if I had that call with her. So I'm talking to her and keeping my fingers crossed that I don't get myself kicked out of the wedding too.
So they couldn't just throw a mask on her face or something? Like,
It is Halloween.
make a mask? No, I was thinking like just make a mask of one of the other kids. That's more aesthetically pleasing.
Then you'll never know.
This is utterly ridiculous.
So when I said she's going to talk to her, she's talking to the bride and trying to reason with the bride that I'm not going to kick this little girl out of your wedding.
It's so stupid. Okay, here's the follow-up. Hey, Bert Show. Yeah, I did talk to her. It went as well as you could have assumed. She was very angry and said that she had every right to have whomever she wanted as her flower girl. Okay, so the email that we got was from the sister?
No. The email we got is still from the Maid of Honor.
Maid of Honor.
She never talked to the sister about kicking the little girl out.
Okay.
She talked to the bride about what a horrible idea this is, and she's not going to do it.
I told her she was absolutely correct. However, she has already asked someone to be her flower girl. I asked her how she thought this little girl would feel when she was kicked out of the wedding because she was no longer cute enough. Obviously, you can't say that, like you said. She was annoyed because nobody said she needed to know why she was being kicked out. I told her that this didn't matter. It was still a really crappy thing to do. So she said to me, if I wasn't going to do it, she'd get somebody else who could. I told her I hoped she wouldn't find someone else, but that I absolutely would not be doing it. Later that night, I got a text that basically fired me from the wedding. It was a group text with me and one of the other bridesmaids. She told me to please let Amy, quote unquote, know where I left off with the items on my to-do list, as Amy would be taking over as Maid of Honor.
Wow.
I responded and told her that it would be best for Amy to start from scratch and that I'd no longer be helping with the wedding in any way, including passing on my notes. Amy also happens to be the mother of the cute little girl who's supposed to be the new flower girl.
I see what she's trying to do there. And that was, she's something else.
Yeah.
Because by passing on the notes, one of the notes is having to kick the flower girl out of the wedding, meaning she would have to tell the sister, oh, yeah, on my to-do list is kicking your daughter out of the wedding.
Oh, well played. Well played. I didn't even think about that. Also, later that night, I saw an Insta story from Amy with her daughter practicing being a flower girl. So I guess it's a done deal. I'm honestly in shock that it has come to this. I can't believe there are people like this in the world.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Honest to God, man. Just the ask itself. I could never.
To even have to explain this to her is like to why it's not she's like, well, you didn't have to tell her. It doesn't matter. The fact that you even had this thought,
Right.
I wouldn't even want to be in your wedding. I wouldn't want to be your friend. I wouldn't want to be anything.
You are a bad person.
Bad.
You are a bad person.
The Bert Show.
So, first, thanks for watching. Second, you like what you just watched? That just scratches the surface. Get The Bert Show on any podcast platform. We're so good.